What is going on, Guardians? Ember here with another one for you. Today we have an incredibly powerful solar build. I'm pairing it with the Tusk of the Boar grenade launcher, and we're doing some truly special stuff in PvE today. This has to be my favorite new build to use in basically any content that we have around. Before we get into it, head down below this video, absolutely obliterate that like and subscribe button. Let me know if this is the kind of content you like to see, and without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, this has to be my favorite build this season. It's crazy strong, so stick around to see exactly what is working together to make this crazy. We're going to go into actual numbers once we get into the gameplay, but right here I'm going to break down just exactly what we have going on and what we're combining together so we can use it as a reference later. So we're using Dawn Chorus, which is giving us extra scorch damage. Anytime we scorch an enemy, we're going to be doing that a lot. We also, anytime we're using our super, those daybreak projectiles are going to deal nearly double damage. Sometimes more if you're in a fire team of more than 3. But anyway, we're using Sunshot, incredibly powerful exotic hand cannon here. I don't really think we have to go into it too much, but essentially getting a final blow, that's going to spread scorch, and it's going to cause those combatants to explode, and if those explosions kill other combatants, they're exploding too. I have this Tusk of the Boar that I just farmed out, and it is fantastic. We have slice and chain reaction on that, and it's going to help us clear crazy amounts of ads, and we're going to use it in combination with Sunshot to do some crazy special stuff. In our subclass, we're going to be using the Incinerator Snap for the most scorch stacks possible, the Solar Grenade, and we're pairing that with Touch of Flame, so we have the lava plumes coming out of the Solar Grenade. We're also going to be using Icarus Dash here, and that's mainly so that at the bottom you'll see it says while airborne, rapidly defeating targets with your super or weapons cures you. So any weapon, it doesn't matter, just jump up in the air, get a couple of final blows. It's super easy with Sunshot or Tusk of the Boar. You're going to be doing it all the time, and you're going to get cured from it. That's the main way we're going to be healing ourselves in this subclass. We're going to be combining the Ember of Char and the Ember of Eruption.
Now that's a lot of damage!
To make an increased area of effect for our ignitions and spread scorch. We're also using Ember of Ashes so we can spread more scorch stacks anytime we're spreading scorch anywhere, which is incredibly strong, and we're going to be igniting the entire battlefield multiple times over here. Sometimes I'm getting 3 ignitions off of a yellow bar enemy. It's crazy. We're also using Ember of Searing so that anytime we defeat a scorch target, it's going to grant melee energy for us and create a fire sprite, which is going to give us grenade energy. And since we're using Dawn Chorus, also while we're scorching targets, every time we get a tick of scorch on an enemy, we're getting 5% of our melee energy back. So we're going to get those melees crazy quick. Going into the artifact here, we have our Kindling Trigger, our Flint Striker, and our Rays of Precision working together in perfect harmony to make sure we can get Radiant. And when we get those precision final blows with Sunshot, they're automatically going to be scorched already. It's going to cause them to ignite, and we're going to be getting Radiant easy peasy. So it's going to be double explosions all the time. We're making sure to pick up this Flame, Fiber, and Freeze artifact perk so we can use the Solar and Strand Siphon mod, the combination one. We're using Unraveling Orbs. This is particularly important. Pick this up because you're going to get Strand weapons unraveling rounds when you pick up that Orb of Power. So Tusk of the Boar is going to slice and unravel all the targets that it hits when you do that. And then we're also going to be creating a threadling every now and then when we damage those unraveled targets. It's crazy strong. And then let's check out these mods over here. We want to make sure with all the mods here, we want to focus on getting our grenade back as much as possible, because we're going to be getting with Dawn Chorus and those scorch ticks tons of our melee energy. We're basically always going to have our melee up. It's really the grenade that's a little bit more of a problem. So I have the grenade kickstart, you know, the innervation, all that stuff. So now that we have that all the way, let's go ahead and check out some of that gameplay.
Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Alright, so now that we have all that out of the way, let's talk numbers. As we are using Dawn Chorus, we want to be spreading as much scorch as possible. So Ember of Ashes is the #1 fragment you should be using if you're using Dawn Chorus. And we're pairing that with those other fragments that are going to make us deal extra damage on ignitions and make our ignitions a wider radius. Pairing that with the artifact fragments, that essentially turns Sunshot into a deployable nuke. Finishing off one of those red bar enemies is going to create a double explosion, spreading extra scorch stacks and igniting all targets around it. If the Sunblast perk from Sunshot is activated and gets the final blow on an enemy, that's another explosion happening as well. So, I mean, it's just a crazy snowball effect. And you can chain that from target to target to target. And we could end it right there. That could be the build, but we're not. There's even crazier synergies that we're putting together with this, and we're leaning into the Tusk of the Boar. This grenade launcher is incredibly powerful. Like I said, I have Slice and Chain Reaction, plus the artifact giving us unraveling rounds. It's just an insane combination, especially to pair with the Sunshot and all the Scorch going around. That means we're having two different tick damage sources. We are also going to be, when we cast our class ability, getting Slice applied to everything down the hallway with the Tusk of the Boar. That's insane survivability that you just cannot pay for. So let's put that all together now. We are using our Tusk of the Boar, giving us a 40% outgoing damage reduction from all the targets that it hits, plus unraveling all of them. Any of them it kills, it will also make them explode.
Yes, Rico. Kaboom.
Plus Sunshot giving us Radiant, which is a 25% damage bonus, and getting 50% more Scorch stacks on all of our Scorch sources, and 50% more damage on all of those Scorch ticks. Putting that all together, it's over 180% extra damage for all of our Scorch stacks going on targets, plus having a 40% outgoing damage reduction on all of our enemies.
Boar!
I mean, it's just so insanely good. You can't beat that. I mean, truly, this has to be the best build I've ever put out. I hope you try it. It's my favorite build to use right now in Destiny. This artifact is insane for synergizing Solar and Strand, or Solar and Stasis together. I have been loving it. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite combo has been. Are you enjoying the Solar Strand, or are you enjoying the Solar Stasis? Because I think they're both fantastic. And Guardians, that's going to have to be all for me for now. Do me a favor, if you made it this far, head down below this video, obliterate that like and subscribe button. You know you want to. I'm coming up with some incredibly powerful builds for the rest of this season and beyond. You will not want to miss them, so go ahead, do yourself a favor. And until next time, Guardians, be without form, swift as lightning.